MotorWeek is made possible by RockAuto.com.
For decades, indoor shopping malls were the hotspot in town all across America. Now many are closing and leaving behind acres of unused, well-lit, air-conditioned space. Now some may look around and see ruins of retail past. Others see an epic automotive showroom.
Nestled in a valley just off the Pennsylvania Turnpike, outside of Philadelphia, sits a one-of-a-kind car corral called Classic Auto Mall.
Well, Classic Auto Mall is really two different places. It's part museum and part showroom. We have a collection of about 400 barn finds on display, not for sale. And then we have about 600 cars that are for sale on consignment. This came about because my partner needed a place to put his 400 cars, and it was an old outlet mall. And then he decided, well, if I'm going to put my cars in there and I've got all this extra space, why don't we make a business out of it?
The former outlet mall can house over 1,000 vehicles, and even with 336,000 square feet of floor space, maneuvering the merchandise can be tough. That's where the Stringo comes in. The Stringo gracefully guides cars in and out of the tightest spaces without ever starting an engine, keeping the indoor atmosphere nice and clean. Unfortunately, our visit came during the COVID-19 pandemic, but during a normal week, Classic Auto Mall sees between 200 and 300 daily visitors. The best part of all, there's no admission fee. Anyone can come to shop, buy, consign, or just look around.
Most of our cars come within about a 300-mile radius. This is car country around here like you wouldn't believe. But we've taken consignments from California, from Texas, from Florida, and then on the sales side, we sell them all over the world.
Consigning a car with Classic Auto Mall is simple. There are no upfront or monthly fees. Just sign an agreement for an initial 90-day stay and 10% sales commission. Then, leave it at the mall for Stewart's team to put on display.
Somebody asked me one time, they said, well, how do you decide if it's a classic or special interest car for you to sell it? You know, would you take a 2019 Toyota Camry? No, unless it was owned by, a racing legend and it had a hopped-up engine, or it was something different or special, or it had 1 mile on it from original.
When a car gets here to Classic Auto Mall, they bring it into the garage first, check out VIN numbers, parts, make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Then it comes in here, where they take pictures of every single angle of the car so that the buyer knows what they're getting, and making this the first ever shopping mall photo booth I've ever been in.
We do our best to show everything about a car, good, bad, or ugly. So if there's rust underneath, we show it. The best compliment we get when we sell a car is the car was a little bit nicer than you described.
MotorWeek has tested a lot of cars over our 40 years, but Classic Auto Mall's inventory gives our retro review archive a run for its money. Naturally, there's the usual Mustangs and Camaros, but then you stumble upon a 1904 Cadillac in one display, a replica 1936 MAHARAJA Duesenberg in another. There's even a Richard Petty NASCAR for sale.
What I tell people when they come to Classic Auto Mall is that if you're not into cars, it doesn't matter. Because your grandpa had one of those, and your dad had one of those, and your first date was in one of those, and the memories that come with the history of the American automobile is right here.
So if you have some money to burn or just want to do some window shopping, this is a mall worth walking.